the Kim B. Davis Show. Here we'll talk to the leaders in technology, culture, business, and the arts. We'll cover politics, advocacy, motherhood, writing, mental health, and mostly we'll focus on hope. Join Kim B. Davis, author, playwright, radio personality, event consultant, professional speaker on the Kim B. Davis Show. Good evening and welcome to the Kim B. Davis Show. I'm your host, Kim B. Davis, and Happy New Year. We are we're talking with Mr. Eric Harp, our certified professional fitness trainer. He's going to help us reset our fitness goals. Good evening, Mr. Harp. How are you?
Doing very well. How are you, Ms. Davis?
I'm great. Okay, so let's get started because, at the end of last year, we were like, oh, 2020 is finally gone. 2021 can start off better. Yeah, we're still in the midst of COVID, but, things are moving on. We have a new administration coming in, and then January 6th happened. And it was like, what is happening? Share your thoughts with what you saw on January 6th and what it told you about where we are as a country.
Wow. And where we are as a country is not as far as we thought.
Mm-hmm.
Not as far as we thought. I mean, we're human.
Mm-hmm.
And wow, we are fallible. But it is amazing to me to watch on television just the Kool-Aid drinking. I mean, Jamestown. I don't know how many people remember Jamestown, but there was a man who made thousands of people drink poison and kill themselves. How?
Mm-hmm.
How? You got a man who for 4 years, has been president, and great. There's been many presidents.
Mm-hmm.
We hold our government accountable, we the people. But one man was able to incite that type of response, violent response. And then the mob mentality, the way the mob mentality works is just, wow. And you had people of what we call respectable positions, respectable thinkers, respectable, and we use the word respectable, we just toss it around like it's nothing. Respectable individuals by their positions, educations, their stations in their particular communities. And to see some of these individuals, I'm sorry?
I said, let's call it for what it is. We're talking about doctors, lawyers, teachers.
Yes.
Real estate agents,
police officers, military.
Yes.
Military officers.
People that we go to on a daily basis to help us in society.
Yes. Judges. Low. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
Olympic athletes. Let's not forget that one.
Olympic athletes. I mean, is there not any part of society that it hadn't touched?
Right.
And to see this on television, live television, unfold right in front of us, to watch one of our sacred buildings, one of our sacred institutions have to bunker down. And this wasn't something that came from another country. This wasn't 9/11. This was our own people that did this. And this was incited by the thought that there has been an election stolen. So when it's broken down, it's now back into our political bases, our political parties, what we think and who we choose to affiliate. It's amazing. I'm so blown away. Sometimes I don't even know how to analyze what we're looking at, because there are no words to describe the jaw-dropping moment of You mean an Olympic athlete
Mhm.
just threw his whole life away?
Who wore his Olympic jacket to the Capitol siege.
Okay, Mr. Davis, let me just let me just say, let me just say that this device that we have, the cell phone, this recording device that we have, as beautiful as it is turned around and destroyed some people's lives
Yes.
by
Yes.
their own admissions, thinking that we're going to go ahead and post this on our social media and watch what my friends and family think of when they see what I just did. Now,
Mhm.
watch what they think what you just did.
Exactly.
It's amazing to me. And this is a shame of our country. It's a shame of our, not just our country, but um, the inner shame of our individuality.
Mm.
And I've been saying this on every show that I've been blessed to be on with you. We need a higher power. Um,
Yes, we
that we as individuals need that higher power. We're not talking
Mhm.
about anything manly.
Exactly. No, not at all. Not at
As
all.
just the power of what the man has done or what man can do was evident in what we just saw last week.
Mhm. Mhm.
Destruction,
Mhm.
destruction in the name of good.
Very
It's
true.
amazing.
Very true. Well,
Thank you for that time. I'm so
oh,
sorry, but thank you.
no, no.
It's amazing.
No, and here on the Kim B. Davis show, we have to talk about things that are going on currently politically. And although, it can be overwhelming and exhausting, things keep happening and we have to continue to discuss it. And the thing that we have to remember is that January 6th was a historic day in our country. And so it will go down in history, unfortunately, as one of those days where, 30 years from now, 20 years from now, someone will ask you, where were you on January 6th? And you can go, I know exactly where I was and I know exactly what I was doing. And this is what happened. And this is what I saw. And I saw it live on television where they showed every moment. And, we can look back at it and sort of analyze it and break it down into parts and you know go from there. But what I find shocking, as you said, respectable people, doctors, lawyers, Olympic athletes, judges, police officers, firefighters, people that we encounter on a daily basis, took it upon themselves to go to DC and storm the Capitol. Not only that, you
Come
took
on.
cell phone video
Huh?
and recorded yourself. And then not only that, because we can continue to go
Come
on,
on. Come
you
on.
have elected officials who now are complicit in this. You have evidence that Capitol police officers allowed them to walk in.
Okay.
And
Come on.
and there have been reports now where people have had their offices vandalized, where tools or instruments that were used to call for help were stripped out
Hmm.
prior to this, and no one knew about it. You also had the issue of the same people who claimed that they were coming to take their country back were now going after the second most powerful person in the government by chanting, "Hang Mike
The
Pence."
vice president.
President.
They
Yes,
screamed, take his life.
they
They were
did.
calling for his head, calling for his life. Hang Mike Pence is what the quote is.
Yes,
Ridiculous.
it is.
Um,
They
can I
built
also
gallows.
add? Can I also add?
Yeah.
They turned
Yes.
around and blamed it on other people.
Yes, they did. They said it wasn't
Blamed it,
us. It was
blamed it
Black
on
Lives Matter.
infiltration of
Yes,
Antifa and
yes. Black Lives
other
Matter. That's
various groups.
mhm,
Exactly. And
mhm.
wow.
Yes, and they had bombs. I didn't realize that until the next day. after that they had bombs. But I do want to say that one
Molotov
of the people that,
cocktails,
oh,
the,
that's
the
right.
people who are caught with weapons and tactical plans, the
Hmm.
people who are
Zip
caught,
ties, handcuffs.
the people who are caught on camera saying Ted Cruz will approve this.
Yes.
Um,
Hmm. Hmm.
you know, the the insinuated coordination between
Hmm.
agencies and
Hmm.
the people outside, the
Yes.
lack of response with, oh, I didn't know that I was supposed to do that. I thought you were supposed to do that.
Exactly. Hmm.
But
Hmm.
one of the things is, no, not in our institutions, and something that we all grow up learning in our civics classes. Um, these roles of government are there for a reason. And yet,
Yes.
in this particular administration, everyone has an acting, quote
Hmm.
unquote, acting in front of their name. So they're only there just because the person who is supposed to be in that position hasn't been put in that position yet. So you take it for now.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's the attitude. And so the qualifications of some of these secretaries or department heads or chairmen or whatever positions that they may hold,
Hmm.
and no one's held accountable. And so now that this mass scramble is had, everyone's looking at each other like, it's not my fault. Whose fault is it? It's not mine. I didn't do anything. It's not my fault. And any of
Hmm.
us with
Hmm.
children know that, oh my goodness, is this how we're going to do this?
Right.
You know,
Everybody.
I have to show my age a little bit, but I remember when cartoons came in papers. They
Hmm.
were delivered. So I remember the colored ones that came, the color comics that came up on the weekends on Sundays, and there was a
Hmm.
cartoon called Family Circle, and there was
Hmm.
a little boy, and he destroyed things, and he had a little ghost that had the name "Not Me" on his sweater,
Hmm.
and he said, "Who did
Hmm.
it? Not me. Who did it? Not me." And that's what people are acting like. There's some magic, not me, who did it, because I didn't do it. It's amazing. And this is what this administration has done. But that big old but, tomorrow's a new day.
Yes, it is.
Tomorrow is a new day. And on January 20th, we will have a new president. So Joe Biden will no longer be called president elect. We can call
Hmm.
him president.
Hmm.
And we can reset. We can reset as a country. And that's a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing, and we're all hoping that we can reset. So that's a perfect segue into resetting our fitness goals. So we know that there is still so much going on. And yes, tomorrow is inauguration day, and we're very excited. There have been a lot of precautions and things taken to make sure that people stay safe. But people around the country and around the world have expressed concern. And we know that different things weigh in on our mental selves. And I know we talk about this a lot, and you mentioned it earlier, a higher power. What do you do to guard yourself mentally in regards to higher power or other tips and tools that you can share?
Well, thank you for asking. Personally, I have no shame in professing that I am a child of God. Um,
Hmm.
and I am born again, saved, washed by the blood of Jesus. We by many names. So I pray. I pray. Um, and I ask for protection, and not just for myself, but for those around me. Uh,
Hmm.
I ask for guidance, oh, for guidance that I make the right decisions, temperance, and that I guide my actions and emotions, um, and try to make sense of all of this. So I try not to go by base emotions or uh, just jumping into things. And that's
Mhm.
why in my profession, there's a road to success, and I try to follow that road to success. No, it's not always easy, but have to do it. And that's the beauty of working out. That's the beauty of finding that peace of mind. It's
Mhm.
because there's always a new day. We can always start again. We slip, we fall, but we get up. And that's what my faith has taught me, is that we all fall, but we can get back up. We all mess up, but we can turn it around. And I think that's what we all need to know, is that we all mess up, but we can fix it.
Mhm.
It can be fixed. If we can't do it, then it can be fixed by someone. We just have to find that person or people.
Mhm.
And it's not easy. I don't have all the answers, but for me and my faith, it helps me to get by. It helps me to make sense of all of this craziness.
So you talked about the road to success, and I want to come back to what you just said, but you talked about the road to success,
Uh-huh.
how it's hard work working out sometimes. Talk a little bit about that because I know it's January,
Mhm.
and in some parts of our country, as it is in Michigan, it's cold.
Woo!
So, you know, I walk, and I'm gonna tell you, it was too cold today. I was like, mm-mm, nope, don't want to go out. But we still need to do things and work out. So, what are some things that we can do, and how can we keep ourselves encouraged when the weather is not necessarily so friendly to us that we need to work out?
Well, weather is definitely an issue. This pandemic is definitely an issue, no matter where you are, and many of us are trapped on the inside. So we need to get out. When it's a bad weather like we have in Michigan and elsewhere in the East Coast, Midwest, and what have you, find a gym, find a community center, find a place where you can go with other like-minded people, those who are looking to relax. Find a place with a hot tub, a pool where you can relax. Still get a little exercise in, but you can relax. You have a place to go. If there's
Mhm.
outside, any kind of, if you're any kind of outdoors person, go ahead. Take it as far as your limits. There's something for everybody. Now, if you can't find a gym, if you can't get out and you can't exercise, I'm sure turn those everyday movements into something. Stand up, get out of that chair, march in place a little bit. I bought my mom a gift. Uh, in fact, let me not take all the credit for it, but uh, we provided a gift for my mom, which is one of those bicycles that you can just place.
Mhm.
It's not even a bicycle; it's just the pedals, but you
Mhm.
can place it on the floor, and she can set it around from her foot in any chair that she's in, and she can pedal. It works good for seniors. It works good for
Mhm.
those who find themselves working at a computer all day, um, where you can just put this on the floor right by your feet and pedal and simulate
Mhm.
riding a bike. And you don't have to go anywhere, and you're still getting some exercise.
Okay.
Get a. There are many different discount stores. Uh, they have dollar somewhere in their name, uh, somewhere in their title. um, resistance bands. One of those simple resistance bands where you can just put your foot on one and do some curls. Put up against the doorway and Do some other exercises. Do some row exercises. Nothing is impossible. And every time someone comes up with an excuse, there's always a, well, what about this?
Mm-hmm.
What about this? In my line of work, it's always, okay, what about this? I'll take that no, and let's see if we can find a yes. Okay, I hear your reluctance, but let's see if we can find something you like. It's a shame where people find themselves paying for a service that they don't use.
Yeah.
And many times that gym membership becomes one of those, that treadmill in the house becomes a coat rack. Um, that latest piece of exercise equipment that we just bought a year ago is still in the box or somewhere in the closet, somewhere in the basement, somewhere in the attic. Pull it out, blow the dust off of it, and use it. Remember that little ab machine that you wanted to get down on the floor with to get those crunches going? Well, pull it out and blow the dust off of it, and let's try it. Ooh, that little stair stepper, that little latest exercise that you saw, that you picked up, go ahead, get it and try it. You might laugh at first. Try it a second day. Try it a third day. How about put a fourth day? Let's see if we can get a whole 7 days. Good, you got 7 days down. Let's see if we can do 14. How about 30? How about 60? How about 90? Wow. When you look back, you just put 45 days in. Can you believe it?
Wow.
It's amazing. It's amazing the journey, but it all
Mm-hmm.
starts with the first step. And there's many philosophers, many great people who have made many allusions to the journey starts with the first step.
Mm-hmm.
And I just implore everyone listening, everyone watching, take that first step. You won't regret it.
That is great advice, Mr. Harp. So I wanted to go back to when you were talking about find that great group of people or the
Okay.
perfect group of people. So for people who are at home and they're like, ah, do I really want to get a gym membership? COVID is still going on. I'm not so sure I really want to be around people. Or, maybe my church offers a yoga class or some type of aerobic class. But again, I'm not sure. What would you tell people to look for if they
Well,
were going to work out with someone and they
well,
were
first
concerned
off,
about?
first off, strength in numbers. Okay. Camaraderie is always good. Um, Having someone with you, there's accountability there. It's
Mm.
now, if you're with me, I must do this. I have a witness now. I must do
Mhm.
this. We can um, as we start to find our way through this pandemic and available vaccines and
Mhm.
the constant reminders of masks and social distancing. Some of
Mhm.
us are going a little too fast and, trying to open things much too fast without the proper cleaning, social distancing, or forward thinking on what to do in these enclosed spaces. Uh, but it can be done.
Mhm.
Um, I teach some classes, fitness classes, poolside, as well
Mhm.
as in studios. And there are
Mhm.
some that are much bigger and have much better ventilation. And so I, there's a bit of a challenge, logistically speaking, on how to work these crowds that want to come into these small rooms. It's not like it
Mhm.
used to be. People were on top of each other and it was fine. But now we can't do
Mhm.
that anymore. So
Mhm.
if we're looking to do something, we have to be vigilant. Wear those masks.
Mhm.
One of the biggest complaints now is I can't work out in a mask. Well, you can breathe through that mask. So that's all we're doing is breathing. You might breathe
Mhm.
a little harder, you might breathe a little faster. Now we all have masks by now. So if
Mhm.
it's disposable, Well, use it and dispose of it. If it's washable, then wash it. There really is no excuse why you can't wear the mask. But seatbelts were like this when they first started.
Yes.
You know, when
Mhm.
I don't want to wear it, it's uncomfortable. I can't drive with it, and now your car is going to tell you, it won't move without you, or it's going to
Exactly.
irritate you with that ding, 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 ding until you put it on.
Mhm. Mhm.
So we'll get there. I'm confident that we'll get there.
I am confident. So, we know that fitness doesn't just start with the first step. That is a big part of it, but it also includes diet. What are some things that you would advise people to do for their diets that sort of help reset for their fitness goals in 2021?
Well, before I would advise taking something out, I would
Mhm.
advise adding something, and
Okay.
that's fruits and
Mhm.
vegetables.
Mhm.
Well, I'll say three things: fruits, vegetables, and more water.
Yes.
More water.
Mhm.
Fruits, vegetables. Come on. I'm I, no, I don't have to be a dietitian to tell you that fruits and vegetables are essential. They're part of our
Mhm.
major food group.
Mhm.
Our body needs fruits and vegetables. So I would say add those and add those quickly. I'll, once you add those, you will see some of the differences on why you needed them in the first place. But as far as deletions, many of us are always looking at deletions, and that's where the hard part comes in. You
Mhm.
know, this is what makes people give up.
Mhm.
So I say add fruits, vegetables, and drink your water. And once you start doing that, then those fruits and vegetables will take the place of some of those bad things. It's amazing how
Mhm.
good an apple tastes. Wow. And when you crave something sweet, how about that apple?
Mhm.
When you're
Mhm.
craving something sweet, how about that banana?
Mhm.
Some of the things you can cook with bananas and apples.
Mhm.
Some of the things that you can put strawberries on, and not just
Mhm.
as a garnish.
Mhm.
And so some of the things that we can do to change our diet is to add fruits and vegetables. That's number one. And
Okay.
deletions, we'll save that for another time. Add the fruits, vegetables, and water first. Then we'll talk again.
All right, so we've got our exercise, our physical fitness, we have our fruits and vegetables, and our water. So last, and I know we sort of talked about this a little bit, but mental health. Mental health is so, so, so important. And as I said at the top of the show, when we were talking about all the different things that are going on that are causing us anxiety, that are causing us to have depression, that are causing us, to just feel uneasy. Talk a little bit about what you would tell someone in terms of advice in helping them to reset their goals, but to sort of get their mind together that we haven't talked about.
Well, there is really nothing we haven't talked about. Unfortunately, when you slip up, get up. When you fall,
Mhm,
get up. And
mhm,
as simple as that sounds, that's it. Every day is a different day. And you might not feel like it. Hold on. Be strong. Be vigilant. Ah, not feeling it right now? Go ahead. Hold on. Keep pressing forward. Don't give up. I mean, cliches. There are cliches. Don't give up. Keep reaching
mhm,
for the stars. But they're true. You got to do it. Um, Starting over, a do-over. They have many
mhm,
names. Reset. Um, Restart.
mhm,
Have many names, but we do it all the time. In fact, every time the sun comes up, it's a restart. You get a brand
mhm,
new chance to do it again, to do it right.
mhm,
And that's what I say to people. Just like the sun comes up, you got another chance.
Mhm.
Tomorrow is another day. It's a new chance. Well, Eric, I didn't want to do this today. Okay, well, you're going to do it tomorrow.
Right.
And when tomorrow comes, I know yesterday I said I didn't want. Okay. But this is part of why we need to surround ourselves with um, quality people. We need to have people hold us accountable as well. No,
Mhm.
no. You said, okay, yeah, I said, so I need to do it. No, but remember, you promised. We need to have people hold us accountable. And
Mhm.
I encourage anyone to find a workout partner. Find that workout partner. If you got kids, work out with them. Do something
Mhm.
fun around the house. See, have a sit-up contest. See, can the kids beat you? Let's have a push-up contest. Maybe your kids will get interested in exercise as well. Turn it into a family thing.
Mhm.
I've mentioned about walking the dogs. I've mentioned, come on, do some jumping jacks while you're waiting for that load of laundry. Do a little
Mhm.
workout while you're waiting for your favorite show to begin.
Mhm.
In fact, how about every 2 minutes there's a commercial? See if you can lean against the wall and hold a wall squat and just hold it until the show starts again.
Mhm.
Turn some things into some fun activities. After a while, you look back and say, oh my goodness, look what I just did.
Uh-huh.
It becomes a beautiful thing. And that does wonders for our peace of mind, our
Mhm.
mental stability. You
Mhm.
know, in these days when we're all locked up in the house or our movements are restricted, our circles have gotten very small. Um,
Mhm.
these are new ways that we have to find to communicate with each other, to build relationships while we try to take care of our own
Mhm.
desires and needs.
Mhm.
Um, we're all in this together. And if we can realize that we're all in this together, then I think we can go a lot farther.
That is perfect advice. I would just add to that everything you said, including prayer. Make sure that if you need to journal, and journaling is something that helps you, do that. Get your thoughts out on paper.
Yes.
Remember, as you said, every day is a gift. And when the sun comes up, you have another opportunity to do that. And just also remember that everybody deserves to be healthy. This isn't just, for really skinny people. People will say, oh, that's for those people over there. They're really skinny. They don't eat chocolate or they don't eat cake or whatever it is. No, no, no. Health is for everybody. And no, everybody's not going to look the same. You have to find out what health looks like for you. But I will tell you, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, any of those things, even COVID, can take you out of here. And we want people to stay
My
and
question,
thrive.
my question and that I ask a lot of my clients is, well, we
Mhm.
already know what some of the benefits are if you don't do exercise.
Exactly.
So how about
And
try the
what's the
benefits by exercise?
there we go.
Uh,
And what's the response?
oh, I never thought of it like that.
See?
You're, mm, yeah, that's a good one.
Mhm. Yep.
Well, I mean, but we
Yep.
know, I mean, we have all of the benefits. In fact,
Mm.
we know more people who have enjoyed the benefits of non-exercise than we do the
Yeah.
people who enjoy the
Yeah.
benefits of exercise.
Yes.
And so we
Mhm.
can change that ratio just by being that person that exercises. We can turn
Mhm.
everybody's ratio different. Now they could know more people who know the benefits of exercise than the hazards of not exercise.
Mhm. Mhm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well said, Mr. Harp. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Tell us how we can reach you.
EricHarp9@gmail.com. Eric Harp on your social platforms. Come and talk to me.
And you're going to do some fun things with us in the future, right? You're going to do some demonstrations. So when we talk about resistance bands and you tell people to do a curl, you're going to give
That is
us some
correct.
demonstrations.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay. We'll be looking forward to that. Thank you, Mr. Hart, for being on the Kim B. Davis Show. We appreciate you coming on, helping us to reset our fitness goals. We look forward to our topic with you next month.
Anytime. Thank you. And thank you to the Kim B. Davis family. Thank you for
Thank you.
listening. Thank you for watching.
No problem. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Kim B. Davis Show. I hope you'll tune into our next show. And as always, remember, be magnificent.
Bye, everyone.